thought the defense was great, and it was, I think we were down 9 in the fourth quarter, and there's just a lot of negative energy, it seemed like, on our bench and in our huddles. And what I like is that we found a way to get past that and understand that we needed to win this game and put all the personal petty stuff to the side. And let's remember what our collective goal is: to win this game, protect our home court. And to your point, it wasn't pretty, but we got the win. Jamal Murray obviously had a great second half. Gary Harris, tremendous, and Nikola gets a triple-double. So we'll take it, and we have a very tough schedule coming up. So this is why this game is even that much more important.
What was the reasoning to have Jamal come off the bench tonight?
It was just a violation of team rules. We won't get into all the details, but Jamal's just got to be better, and he will. And we just move forward with it.
Do you have an update on Wilson Chandler? I know he went out with illness in the second half.
Yeah, he was. I guess he has a history of migraines. He asked to come out of the game in that first half, and he was complaining about it pregame. And I think as he played, those symptoms kind of worsened, and so he was obviously unable to come back out for the second half. But it was just, I think, migraine headaches.
Nikola Jokic, 8th triple-double of his career, but what really stuck out was just how he's assisting the ball early on in this game when he started.
Yeah, 11 assists and 16 rebounds, and again, he gets 5 of 13 from the field, and we struggle to make shots. They struggle to make shots, but for him to impact the game with his playmaking and for him to impact the game with his rebounding, that's what sets him apart, I think, from a lot of other players. He doesn't just have to impact the game with his scoring. He can do it in a lot of different ways, and I think you saw that tonight.
He had one assist where it was from Gary, and he tipped it to Trey Lyles. Have you seen something like that before, and how much does it show you the foresight that he has in this game?
Yeah, I mean, being my third year with him, I have seen players like that before, and what makes him a special playmaker is that he is a step or two ahead of everybody. He sees things as they're developing, and probably he knows that guys are open before they know they're open. So unbelievable vision, unbelievable playmaking ability, and he's so unselfish. He takes greater joy out of making those types of plays, probably more so than he does scoring.
Final one for me. Gary had 7 in the fourth quarter. He just really helps his team keep the composure to close it out.
Yeah, Gary was great, and we had a lot of guys on the bench in our huddles, saying all the right things, trying to, as things weren't going our way, we were facing adversity, we started to fray a little bit, but I thought Gary's, not only his play alley, but I thought his voice. Like, I heard Gary in the huddles tonight, and I think that's a huge step in his maturation. He's a great player, he's a young player, but now, use your voice and not be afraid to use it and get on guys. But tonight he was positive, he held guys together, kept his team together, and I thought him and Jamal were terrific in that fourth quarter.
Can you just walk us through the final play that was Nikola's shot that turned out to be the game winner?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy. We run a pick and roll, we draw 2 players. Nikola pops, he's wide open, and we've seen him make that shot a ton. And obviously it was a big one tonight for him to make that shot. But even prior to that, Jamal had some really good ones. All right, now he had some great baskets. Gary Harris, other guys stepped up. I thought Trey Lyles off the bench was big time tonight. Also gets a double-double. But Nikola, we always talk about losing Paul, not having a go-to player. And I think tonight, obviously, Nikola was a guy that made go-to type plays, but so did Gary and so did Jamal. And I think that's the luxury of our team. It's not going to be the same guy every night. It's going to probably depend upon the game and who's got it going. And tonight, all those guys contributed.
Coach, how did Jamal just react and take it when you told him he was going to come off the bench tonight?
Oh, there's not much he could say. But he owned it. It was great. I mean, for a young kid, he's very mature. And he owned it. And like I told him after the game, I said what I needed to say. He smiled, and he said it won't happen again. So hopefully he learns from it. And the biggest thing is no player in our team, not just Jamal, but no player is ever more important than anybody else. And you can't do things that hurt your team. And obviously we got the win tonight, and Jamal didn't start, and he wasn't effective in that first half. He never found the rhythm. But to his credit, in that second half, he found his rhythm, got us going, and we needed all of his plays in that second half.
What did you think of Will in that starting for him at point guard?
We got off to a great start. It's funny, if you look at Melvin Hunt, there he is.
How are you? Good job, Coach.
God, best to your family.
Same,
all right. You look at our last 3 home games, we get off to initially really good starts. And then we have really bad stretch. So you get up to a 15-4, next thing you know it's 15-15. But I thought Torrey Craig to start that game, Mason, Nikola, Gary. I thought that group was great to start the game. So, and obviously Will playing the point. It's not his natural position, but the ball's in his hands, and I thought he, along with the other 4 players, did a great job to start the game.
Is that last 5 minutes your best defensive effort, maybe of the year, the last 5-6 minutes?
It was definitely up there, Scott. I mean, and I got to give a shout out to Mason Plumlee. I mean, Mason's a guy that I don't know why people love to on all these freaking blogs and posts, they kill Mason Plumlee, and they kill Mason and Nikola together. Mason Plumlee's a player, man. Mason Plumlee's defense tonight, guarding everybody, blocking shots. I mean, we don't win that game without Mason Plumlee. And I think he does the dirty work for this team. He's the unsung hero of this team, and I think people got to get off his damn back. Personally.
You guys have played a lot of these grinded out games in the new year. I mean, what's it like for you as a coach just to kind of play such a different style than, I guess, the brand of basketball you guys played last year?
Well, to go from a shootout at the OK Corral against New York the other night and then come in here to be a grinded out game, obviously to be a good team in the NBA, you have to be able to win different ways, different styles. And so we won a game scoring 130, and tonight we won a game scoring 91. That's not what we want to be. Obviously we want to play with more pace and score more, but what I like is that last year we didn't win one of these games below 100. And this year I think we've won 4 or 5 of those games that we scored under 100 points. So it shows that late in the game you have to be able to execute on offense. And then to Scott Hastings' point, end of the game, you got to be able to get timely stops. We held that team to 15 points in the 4th quarter, 25% from the field. I know it was a back-to-back for them, but that's great defense. When the game is on the line, you hold that team to 25%, 15 points. So, you got to be able to do that. You got to win different ways in this league.
Besides just Gary maybe stepping up and using his voice in huddles and stuff, just what kind of allowed you to break out of the, you said, negative energy and sort of overcome that down the stretch?
Yeah, I think it was a collective effort. I mean, Jamal, it's funny, when Jamal sees that ball go through the net, he gets energy. It's like it's Popeye eating spinach. He gets all of a sudden he feels really good about himself. And he got going, Gary got going, Nikola. And everybody just kind of realized that I can't let this, silly personal stuff get in the way of what we're trying to accomplish. And I'm not naive. I mean, we've been together for a long time now. So you're not going to like me at times, I'm not going to like you at times. But at the end of the day, we have to respect each other and find ways to come together and make sure these kind of things don't linger. And that's the challenge, because it's a long season and you're with these guys more than with your own family. And it's not going to be perfect every day. And I think our guys understand that. But as long as we never lose sight of the greater cause, and that is to win as many games as we can.
You mentioned Torrey Craig too. That's the most minutes he's gotten in quite a while, and I know Wilson's migraine was part of that. But just how'd you evaluate his performance overall?
Overall, I thought it was great. I mean, especially to start the game. I thought, he hits a 3. He's got energy. He's moving without the ball. He's playing good defense. He did everything that was asked of him tonight, whether it's guarding Barnes, Matthews, at times Dennis Smith, and so it's great to see him out there contributing to the cause and playing, with confidence. I don't want guys out there just playing not to make a mistake. I want you to go out there and play the game. We know mistakes will be made, but just go out there and leave it on the floor, and I think Torrey did that for us tonight.
Thank you, guys.